No one reporting live from Postmodern Life.
Hey guys, this is Coco Butta Love. I'm Coco Sanchez.
And I'm Minnie P.
And today we're back with our second wine breaker.
Yeah.
All right.
And we have some new faces. So we'll start this way. Yes, please.
How y'all doing? I'm Shamel, aka Recco, and that's
Hi, I'm Finesse.
And I'm Stephanie. Another Stephanie.
Yeah, so today we'll be starting off with, what is it?
What grinds your gears,
What
guys?
grinds your gears? So what irritates the hell out of you? Anybody want to start?
You had something good. I know you don't.
When you hate your job, but you need the money.
I feel like that's everybody's adult struggle.
Right.
Like,
For real.
You want to slap somebody with your cane?
You're right.
At the job?
Oh, yeah.
At the job, off the job.
Co-workers I work with, mad. I mean, I see a lot of people come and go at my job, and that just put me in a place like, yo, I need to get out there too and just start my own stuff. Like, yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm the token black guy there.
yeah.
For real.
All the time.
I feel like everybody feels like that.
Hey, for real.
Everybody kind of feel like that at least one time in their life. Like, I'm the token black person.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I enter like a general space at any point in time, I feel like I'm always the only black person. Like,
But you know, those bills call, so we gotta, grind it out, work,
Yeah. I definitely feel like, your bills call, but sometimes you just feel like, oh my God, I could live without a few things that I have. Like a few of the things that I pay for, I could live without if I just let go of this job. But I'd rather, keep my job until I find something better. Sometimes it is stressful though. Working under certain circumstances, it just grinds my gears because I can't stand to be talked down to or disrespected or treated like
Like you don't know
Right.
shit.
or you less than.
Right.
And then it's like you treated like you less than to somebody who don't know your job detail.
Right.
Like they don't even know your
Like, you
position.
put them in a position, they don't know how to handle it.
Okay.
But yet they feel like because they're in a higher position, they can say whatever.
But they can't do your job. That's the part
Right,
that I
that's
don't
the
understand.
thing.
Like, well, why don't you come over here and do the shit then?
Wow.
Like,
it'd be like that.
it's a struggle. But sometimes you just gotta mind your manners and just understand that, God got something better in place for you. But sometimes you be like, God, but when is it coming?
That's way too long.
Technically, you can start stripping or selling drugs whenever. I'm just saying. Whenever.
Baking soda is $1.99. For real.
God,
That
hold on, let me
shit's
move
It's all
over.
about the
Nah,
cook.
for real.
Look at the recipe. Yeah.
All right.
No, something that grinds my gears. Like job, that's a given. I think, I don't know. Like when I'm driving, I'm always in a rush. I don't live in the city. I live like outcast. So and I'm always late. So when I'm trying to swing into the city or do certain things, and it's just like, I hate when people don't know how to drive in the rain. I hate when people don't know how to drive in the snow, in the
that's for
sun,
real.
with the fucking wind.
In the
So,
sun.
I hate when I see foreign license plate, and foreign just be like, Michigan, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, like that.
You don't even know,
Like, nigga, what are you even doing
yeah.
here?
Right.
And then sometimes I hear like Boston are the worst drivers, but I feel like I learned a lot of bad habits like when I was living in Georgia. But yeah, I'm like, I know these people think I'm fucking crazy because I be out there wild.
Not even like, but is it just me?
I
or
think
does
I'm
it feel
normal
like,
though, right?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Like, is it just me or does it feel like whenever you're in a fucking rush to get somewhere, that's when
That's
everybody be driving?
Yeah.
My pet peeve,
Right.
like, motherfuckers be driving mad fucking slow. When the light turns yellow, then you want to speed the fuck up and leave me in a red light.
Oh
I
my
hate
God.
that shit.
Or you're trying to get in the lane and somebody else cuts you off.
Down. That's
Then they looking in their rear view like,
Mm-hmm.
like, nigga, what you looking at?
Like it's Wednesday, we on hump day, and y'all acting like it's Sunday. Like,
Word.
move out the
First of
way.
all, why do I even have to drive my own self? I'm just saying. Beyonce would never.
See, I take the train to work, and dealing with the MBTA is like
Shit, that gotta be just as bad.
it's worse.
Is
Like
it?
yeah, because I'll
Alright,
leave.
delayed.
No bull. The delays are crazy in the morning. Like I'll leave on time. Like I gotta be at work at 8:30.
Yeah.
I leave like 6 something, going on to 7. You know, I'm thinking like, alright, I'm cool.
Nope.
I go to wait at Sharma Station. It says 1 minute. That 1 minute will be 15 minutes. Yo, and then you know, and that 15 minutes pass, and then now you hear somebody's like, oh, we have severe delays, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, damn, I left early to go to work to be there on time, and I'm still ended up there late. Like, that's systematic depression
That's
right there. Like,
disrespect.
That's summertime. That's not even talking about winter time.
Winter, like,
It's
imagine
snow, yeah.
yo, I don't even want to talk about winter because it's.
But that's not even the worst part. Like, the worst part is that, like, you're waking up early to go to a fucking place you don't even want to go to in the first place.
Right.
And then on top of that, all these delays and traffic and shit, like, fucking just fine, man.
Yeah. For real.
Then, not even to mention when you're
Cool.
getting on public transportation with a bunch of foolishness. Like, ain't nobody trying to deal with these badass kids.
Oh, those kids
man.
are terrible.
Yo, I don't want to say I hate, but I can't stand these high school ass students, these middle school ass students.
Just like this generation.
Okay,
Yeah,
don't
this
I
generation.
ask? Like, who
that's-
raised
that's-
these
that's
kids?
Exactly what it is.
Like, these kids are bad as fuck.
Yeah.
They bad as hell.
Their phone raised them. Their phones.
You too.
Oh, whoa. Like,
No, it's true.
They be on the bus acting the hell up. Don't want to get up for older people. Disrespectful.
They're loud.
They're loud. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Loud as hell.
Loud.
Right.
Too much.
Yo,
I can't deal with it. Like, it's just
But
so
I
much.
feel like it starts at home though.
It
too.
does.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you gotta have good home training and raise your kids a certain way. You
right.
can't be sending your kids out swearing and, I mean, you're not always gonna be there with your kids, but it starts at home. You gotta
Right.
lay down a foundation and a certain
It is
routine for your kids, and you know what I'm saying? That's,
Right.
that's where it starts. It starts
It
at
is
home.
true.
Yeah.
When I was not with Tina's ass, I was like, what the fuck? What the damn? Like, I was cussing, but never like, so I was kind of told, like, young, like, you should always be mindful where you are, especially public transportation, because you don't know if, like, your next manager is on the train or who's around you, so kind of be like, cool. But these kids is just like, they have no
filter.
they have no
Nah.
aspirations, no fucking inspiration. So when they out in public, they're just gonna do what the fuck they please. Like,
Because, like,
Mm.
we had a different world, nigga.
funny.
They got love and hip hop and
okay,
shit.
Yeah, right.
no, it's true. We had outside and bikes and
Everybody
no,
trying to be there.
yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, this whole ratchet and savage thing is just like, you know what I mean? People make it
Whole
like
lot
it's
different.
cool. So,
It's not.
So what grinds my gears, I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but is when I see dudes or young kids or grown ass men with their pants at their knees.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
and below the ass though.
yeah, that's
or like
They don't
the
even know what it
belt
means.
tight below the ass. I don't know.
it's really
That's
bad.
funny.
It's crazy nowadays.
With the
And it'll be
dirty
overhead.
draws.
This is
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, but I feel like more females need to tell them like, yo,
No pussy for you.
yeah,
Mm.
or put your fucking,
No,
put your
like,
fucking pants up. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. Have some dignity.
Yeah.
But people don't even know what that
Everyone
means. Like in
exactly.
jail, it
I was
means
gonna
like,
say that too.
yeah, like
to
you
get
ready,
yourself
like
from.
you, yeah, like you know, I'm
Show
available.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you told somebody like no
Before a
pussy
date.
for you, like some of these kids just not might be in
Looking for
that.
something else.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's true.
His ass is
Like, I don't-
available. That's
Right,
what
like, I'm not, yeah, I can't really say that I want it, but my ass, like, you know.
I don't know. I definitely
But-
agree with that. I don't know how females find that shit attractive.
Yeah.
First off,
Mm-mm.
I can't stand to see no man with his pants that low. But
No,
two,
that
and then
shit's
they got
insane
them
to me.
dirty ass drawers.
But they got
on.
the
Why?
wedgie.
Shit stains and
But they got a
everything.
wedgie.
How dare you? Why?
When they got the wedgie though, I'd be like, bro, driving in your bike, keep going. I want to see you.
Why?
Mm-mm.
Who?
But they,
Why?
they think that shit look cute though. I don't, it's,
It's
not,
not.
cute, fellas. Yeah,
It is
that
not.
Shit together.
Mm-hmm.
You too grown. And they be like 40
Yeah,
year
grown
old
ass men. That's what I
men.
said.
Yeah.
Grown ass men
Yeah.
doing that shit. Come on.
Like, let it go. Stop
Yeah.
it. Stop
Word.
it. Hell no, but you can't say nothing because there's these grown ass women still dying to be. Yo, I have to say this. What grinds my gears is like grown women dying to be their teenage daughter's age.
Mhm.
Like, stop dying to be back with your little 16-year-old daughter. Like, stop dying to be 16 again. You 40 something. Don't want to be your daughter's age. I'm sorry. Like, your daughter's 16, let her be 16.
Mhm.
You're not 16. Like, let it go. You had your time. It's gone. It's been gone. Washed up. Let it go. You can want to be young. You can feel young. Everybody deserves to. You can still live like you're young, but you don't have to be that damn young. You don't have to be doing all these kid shit. Like, the shit is annoying.
Yeah.
I can't stand grown ass women who want to be doing all this kid shit. Like,
Because they didn't live their lives.
dressing like
yeah.
little ass girls out here playing these little ass games, doing this, dating these little ass boys. Like, it's annoying.
Like,
That
like
grinding my
Like
shit.
Black China.
And then when they do
Oh,
this,
For real,
He
though.
was like 19. She like,
yeah,
Yeah.
Was that just
Ew.
why?
that little boy look like he's
Why
12.
Ew.
something?
Okay.
there's
Almighty.
something,
Ew.
yeah,
Almighty.
J.
That's
something.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's
That's what I'm saying. Some of
His
these-
name is childish. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right,
whatever
young
his name
almighty.
is. Yeah, like.
But she's out robbing people too. So, she robbed Rob.
Rob, yeah.
Oh, I have one more actually. I don't mean to cut nobody off. This actually just came to me. So there was an incident. I was leaving from the store. I was in my car, and there was a man that was trying to get my attention. I later learned. So, I'll make a long story short. I ended up putting my window down to not acknowledge this person, to kind of do what I was doing. And he said, "Psst," and I was just like,
Huh? What?
and I happened to have to look to my left, and I was just like, what the fuck? Because you're not gonna like say me, I'm a fucking queen, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. That's right.
So I put my window up, right? I put my window up. He's like, all right, well, fuck you, bitch. And I'm just like 2.5 seconds ago, you were trying to holler my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's like, fuck you,
Because we
bitch.
rolled up the window.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like
Like, I had
if
my
I was
AC
like
on.
young, you know, when you're younger, you kind of seek certain attention.
Yeah.
So I can't say like if I was like 15, if someone said, Psst, I'd be like, oh yeah, like what you trying to say?
Yeah.
But like now I'm kind of like, dude, like really, like you grown, like
Yeah.
fuck you, bitch.
She was on the
Like,
passenger side?
no, he was driving. I had that too. I had that too. Nah, he was driving. But I was just like, you're corny. And I don't need to give you my attention, but grown ass men, we need to level up.
Yeah,
That's
come
what I
on.
mean.
He felt hurt.
He was
Yeah.
hurt, but
He felt it in
you
his
can't.
But you don't gotta do that shit.
You
Like,
know, like,
bitch,
just,
like-
yeah, he,
He was like, fuck
But
you,
you was
bitch.
trying to holler though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Got it.
come on. Yeah,
I
so he
respect
was,
that.
yeah, he was corny.
Disrespectful.
That's not.
Not at all.
To me, it's just too much. That was unnecessary and uncalled for.
Disrespectful. But yeah.
So, guys, I have a question. What do you guys think about young, like, a big age difference in dating?
It depends. Because. Okay.
Oh,
What do you
Maybe
mean?
2
Like,
years.
I need more information. Like.
I mean, like, so what do you think on someone who is in their 20s dating someone in their 40s?
No.
Listen,
Damn.
See,
That's your kid's age.
you said
That's-
what does that mean? You don't got no kids.
I know, but like, I mean, so if he did have kids, it'd probably be a 20-year age difference.
Okay.
no, it's true.
So it's like, when you was 20,
You
this
gotta
person was
think,
one.
what do they have in
Yeah,
common?
what-
Yeah, it's about like,
Yeah,
what,
you know
what they can relate to.
No, nothing.
Okay,
Like,
I'm kind of going back
they're-
to like when did y'all start dating? Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
But you have to think like
Tiger, Kylie.
That's crazy.
think of some people who's like, I'm just asking this question in the sense of like, I think of like people who be in their 60s and start dating somebody in their 30s or 40s. But then you have to change it to now someone who might be in their 40s dating somebody in their 20s. Or someone who's in their 70s dating someone in their 50s.
first of all, ew.
Wash.
I mean, it happens all the time.
It does though. Like,
Sugar daddy,
If
sugar
my
mama.
father
Yeah, I think that's-
said,
People
that's
meet
mostly
people
what it
at the
is.
last,
I
like people
feel
meet people at random times.
if my father was like, oh yeah, I'm with this new chick, she's your age, I'd be like,
Huh?
what do you find interesting in this?
but
It's kind of tough because I don't. That's a hard question because you don't know.
It's a
Because
tough
you know,
cookie.
there's so many things
Because-
that make a person attractive to you. So it
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be like a, you know, your physical. the person could possibly offer something that's deeper, like energetically. So it's kind of hard to kind of even. Because I personally haven't had no one that's just been like older than me than
20
like
years.
20 years.
That's a
or
big
something
gap.
like that. That's a really big gap. Because then if I'm like, oh yeah, this is my boo and it's my father and my mom's age, I'm gonna be like,
Is that your dad?
yeah,
Go
like,
out, you know.
I'm not your dad.
your uncle, like, well, yeah. And then there has to be some insecurity.
But then
Like
you
if
gotta
we ever
think,
go
what if
out,
it's
Yeah,
what if
you know
it's
what I
like
mean?
you
What are you
have to
talking
think
about,
it's
girl?
only in a man perspective. What if it's a woman who's older?
Is that
yeah.
your
So if my
mom?
mom came home and was like, "This is my," I'll be like, "What do you want with this? What are you doing?" But that's what I'm saying. Like there's something.
That young lady, see how she changed it up, miss?
And
There
that
must be
too.
some kind of
Yeah.
connection.
That's what I mean. There has to be something.
Some kind
so
of connection.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm still stuck on the part. Like, at what point did they start talking or
Talking.
dating or whatever? Because it's like, if you know better, if I'm old enough to be like, yeah, you know, I'm in my 20s, but I'm old enough to decipher
think-
what I really want in like an older man. But it's just like, if an older man is like taking, not even necessarily an older man, but if an older person is like taking advantage of dating a younger person.
You just tell them.
Because
whatever.
let's not front, we do have people that's like older and they're dating like kids that's like barely out of their teen
Yeah.
years. Like, what do you do?
Yeah,
You
that's
No, it is true.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why y'all want to call out rapists? Like, it's not
Y'all know
safe
y'all
shit.
had like people in high
R.
school,
Kelly.
the seniors that was messing with the freshmen and like kids that's younger.
Oh,
Or
wasn't
seniors that don't be
college
calling
people.
nobody out.
I think that
Don't be calling nobody
That might
out.
be
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
No, don't be
but
calling
you said
nobody
what?
out. We talk later.
Oh my god. I always find it a little awkward when people who are like in high school are dating people who are in college.
Yeah,
To me,
it's
that's
a
awkward.
TV dad.
Well, it depends on what level in high school. Are we talking about junior, senior, or like freshman, sophomore?
Sophomore.
Well, to
Sounds
me,
like freshman.
senior and freshman is unacceptable.
yeah, that's
Right?
awkward.
They-
Yeah, I don't
too.
see. I couldn't see myself dating no
Yeah.
damn freshman,
Was there any seniors and freshmen?
and I'm a senior. It's not happening.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see myself dating me being in college, dating
You
no
meet so many people in
sophomore
college.
in high school.
Yeah, but we got come back a few times though.
Nigga, you slow. You ain't like, not saying you
He
slow
said,
in the
"You
sense
slow."
like that, but for me,
Now
it's
you
like,
said it.
no,
That's a
but
different type of problem,
that's what I'm
though,
saying.
like,
That's a
yeah.
different type of problem. But for me, that's like, hell no. Like, we need to meet on different terms. Like,
Right.
no, it's not happening. Like, it's just not happening. But I couldn't see myself like doing that. Like, I'm in high school and I'm dating a college kid. I always said that to myself. I couldn't see myself doing that. But I think like when you're a mature person and you kind of look more mature, you're more developed, you have more going for yourself in life. If you're somebody who doesn't fit in your group of friends to begin with, you're never gonna kind of fall for those type of men anyways. You're never really gonna fit in that group of men anyways. So your attraction's gonna be to an older man, just like an older man's kind of gonna be, he's gonna be attracted to you. But I don't think it's gonna be no 60-year-old, no 40, 50-year-old man. But what I mean is, it shouldn't be no 20-year-old with no 50-year-old or no 40-year-old. But I mean, like, I can see 20s and 30-year-olds, but I couldn't see no. I can't see no 18-year-old with no 30-year-old or like.
All right, but how about this? So what about people that are like 18 that are seeking people that are 40 or 50 because
Hell no.
But yeah, but
My daughter will get punched in her head.
yeah, but so the thing is you have to also take into account that, you know, people go through different things in their lives. Say if someone is lacking a father figure or someone
True.
doesn't have this representation, you often are going to seek things that you are missing, right? They say that men often go to find women that are similar to their mothers.
Yeah, but that's like a different kind of mother figure, you know? It's not like a mother figure you can bang. You know?
Yeah, but some people
Yeah,
like,
different.
you know what I mean? But some people are, come on, American Pie, MILF. Some people are just into that, like, you know what I mean? I'm attracted to this because of some, you know.
Yeah, like you. I mean, I hear you. I hear you, but I couldn't see like a 18-year-old with like a. I mean, I guess it just seems like a huge jump.
Yeah.
I just always been curious on what people's opinions are with like older and young, like in their 20s, who might be college educated, may have already graduated college, maybe career steady, like, you know, they already have their career going, they may have a home, you know, may have their child already, and with somebody who's a little bit older, who's already steady in their career or something. And those are a lot of things that you may not find in somebody who's 21 at a young age, who's a male or a female, because they're still finding themselves. Because a lot of us who are in the 20s are not steady yet. Like, you know, they're not stable. Who's like a young 20 is not stable. There's a lot of young 20s that are not stable. So if you do find someone who's a little bit older, I mean a little bit younger in their 20s that is stable, I can guarantee you they're going to find someone who's older that's attractive. Like, do you guys kind of?
Yeah, because they feel like the people that, well, if it was a guy or whatever, and they, you know, looking for an older woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna obviously look for an older woman because they're gonna feel like the girls his age are not on his level. You know what I mean? So he wants to deal with a woman. You know?
Oh,
Old woman. But then you got like women like
You know,
and Nicole Smith. She's messing with the 90-year-old.
Trying to get the bag.
Yeah.
Secure
Everybody has different. Everybody got different shit. Yeah.
bags.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to say. Like, I can't knock nobody because
just
I don't
depends.
know
It
what.
depends
You know
on
what I
the
mean? I'll tell you, you fucked up if you chasing after old nigga because he got money though.
Hey, nigga.
Yeah, that's.
I'm looking
But
for
then I
all the
can't-
90-year-olds.
Yeah, but then I can't be mad. I can't be mad. You know, a hustle is a hustle.
Shit, I ain't mad at you if you got the bag. Because I need the bag right now. I'm just fucking with you.
You get messages after this.
All types of DMs.
I saw in your video.
Right, let me draw my Instagram.
She did
Like,
say
I'll
she
get-
did her job right.
Like, I'll help get you
I got
popping if
college
you just come
loans,
over
all
there.
types of shit. Like,
Car loans.
right,
I'll put you in the
payments,
will.
all types. Okay. That's what I need. Somebody to, you know, put me in that will. Need to inherit some things.
You're stupid. Yo, daddy, you better stop playing.
My father ain't fucking dying no time soon.
Yeah, I mean, you probably know in his will. Hey, why'd you take? No, it wasn't say like that. Listen, parents have a will put together.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean
my
that
father's will ain't put together yet, nigga.
How you know?
Hey, cause I
Do you have a will?
I ain't got shit to put in no fucking will.
Well,
Like, y'all can have these kids.
No, but I've heard of people like that once they had kids, they put a will together.
Yeah.
Like, and the will doesn't have to consist of money or like monetary things. It could be like, oh
It's
yeah,
like,
these
you
kids
get to
go
take
there.
over this debt that I couldn't manage when I was alive.
No, yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Shit,
Listen,
I
I
got too
ain't
much debt right now.
That's kind of rocky.
But fuck Sally Mae when everybody died. Okay.
Fuck that ass anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
it ain't bad.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I know. He was like, nah, I don't want that because it's nasty. I was like, but did you try it though?
Stop.
No.
Right.
I'm like, okay. He's like, okay, we.
Live.
That's okay.
We're live.
We live. We live, baby.
Live.
Okay, guys, what grinds my gears, because this actually happened earlier today, is I can't stand it when like you're out, because I love my people, so I don't have a problem like complimenting my fellow beautiful black woman. Like, I like your hair, that shirt is cute, or whatever. Like, bitches just be having an attitude. Like, just take the fucking compliment, smile, and keep it the fuck pushing. Like,
Just like that.
it don't have to be no competition. It's not no hate and shit. It's just nothing. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, is it just me? Like, if someone compliments you, like, what?
Just take it.
Yeah, but it just be like, they be carrying feelings.
Yeah.
behind
What's
it.
their reaction?
Fake ass
You
bitch.
say,
They just be like, mad
They
thing,
don't-
like, thanks.
Thanks. Like, you know, you thought you was cute when you did the
Yeah,
hair like that. When you
yeah.
threw the wig on, like, don't
Yeah.
play. But when you bought it, you was like, this
Okay.
shit's popping. Like, don't play.
You knew that 39B was right.
Yeah.
39B.
I'm gonna let her have that. But okay.
39B.
Cereal cold.
It's 1 B.
42 inches.
1 B.
Shit, that's how you know I don't know no colors. I'm just saying. They just be doing too much though.
It's very irritating. I know how to take a compliment and you smile, you keep pushing. It's just like a boost in your self-esteem. Like, just really be upset. Like, but if I was to be like, yo, your lace is showing right here, like you'd be pissed. So just think about it.
Fight over it, right?
Like, oh, bitch, why you gotta talk about that?
Right.
No, it's
Like,
real, it's
just-
real. You really can't,
You know
honestly.
You know what grinds my gears?
You just went with that shit. Like, anyway.
Sorry, my apologies. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay, but I'm
You know what? Yeah, I'm still gonna. Alright. You know what grind my gear?
Go ahead.
When you tell your barber not to push.
Oh.
And hey. When you tell your barber
You want a certain cut?
you want a certain cut, you want your lineup to be nice, whatever, crisp, and then he gonna push this shit all the way back.
That's when you switch barbers.
I'm sorry.
But what if the barber's been fucking with you since you was a little kid?
Yeah.
You gotta leave, man.
See, that grinds my gears, cause like,
You
bro,
gotta leave, man.
I'm looking at this man like, yo, you cut my hair how many years now, bro? And you telling me you don't have my lineup like down pat? You're gonna
You
push
know
my
that
shit
shit's
back?
You gotta leave. You left him?
I think I might have to leave.
gotta leave.
I think I might just have to leave the
Man.
nigga, man. He actually texted me like, yo, come back. I didn't reply back because I'm not. I had to let this shit
It's
grow.
a difficult time for you.
See this? Nigga, you fucked up.
Yo, I heard what you said.
Yo, they be hurt when you leave though, for real. Cause
Well, I'm
I had
sorry,
a
bro.
situation happen and dude wasn't
I'm sorry.
happy with it. I had to go to the
'Cause I-
next barber. That was my family. It was his cousin or whatever. I had to go to him. And then the dude was mad. He didn't give me no pound when I
I
walked
talked to you
in.
about that shit. You can't leave a barber and go to the next barber in the same fucking shop. Like,
No, you.
and he tried to dap you for a barber.
You got
He
guts.
tried to dap you.
I don't care. You gotta get it right. You gotta get it right.
Hold up, time out.
I'm-
Flagging the shit. Flagging the shit. Hold up. Because
I
you know,
told him about that time.
I don't get the lineups and shit, so I need to know there's a proper etiquette.
Restart the whole
Yeah.
story.
So, okay, if I'm somewhere and, alright, my shit ain't looking hot, I'm gonna be like, look, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Did you tell the man you fucked
Let
up?
me tell you what happened. So he fucked my head up.
That's when you get home.
He was trying to give me a fade. He gave me like a mohawk.
Damn,
You know what I'm
brother.
saying? So I had told him, I think it was numerous occasions, I was like, yo, you're not cutting my head right, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it right. So I gave him like a couple more
He
times.
was like, yeah, man, me up here. And then he fucked it up like
Yeah.
3 more times.
So I was like, yo, I didn't even say nothing. I was just out. I just went to the other bar,
Nice.
my man. I was like, yo, you got me. And then the dude was mad, like he ain't say nothing to me. It was problems. It was like, damn.
Damn.
But I was like, what I'm gonna do? Just keep getting my head fucked up?
But in the same shop, and you try to dap the nigga like in the shop, like
That's what, no, I feel you,
You feel
Chanel.
it?
I feel you, but I
it,
can
but-
see how he could take it disrespectful, but yeah.
Alright, so what, you wouldn't leave? You would just keep getting your head fucked
I
up?
was like, yo, I warned you numerous times.
But you
I'm
tried to
going
dap the
anyway.
nigga up though. That's
He dapped the nigga up as he was walking to the other nigga.
It ain't even like you was walking out. You walking
Yeah, he
to the
walking in like, whatever. Like, this nigga he just be scrolling past me? Yeah. That's hilarious.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta do what you gotta do,
No,
bro.
look, no bullshit. When it comes to your money, I'm not playing that shit. Like, seriously, you told the person so many times,
Yeah, man.
look.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to leave your ass.
Yeah, man.
Fucking
You
up.
gotta get it
Fucking
right.
up.
Huh?
For real.
No, that shit's real though. No, but that's funny as fuck.
I gave that
Shit
man a
smacking
dead
up.
straight look at him like, yo, bro. You
Nah,
really done pushed
I
my
would've
shit
been
back
like, yo,
2 inches.
My shit's free, right?
How much times? How much times?
Alright,
It's
so
the second time?
I will show you my out.
I give him 3 strikes and he out. I'm just saying.
Nah, he's on the second now.
Okay.
He got one more.
One more and it's
Yeah,
over.
yeah, he got one more.
Oh, you that bold? Cause
So you're gonna go back, you saying?
shit.
I'm gonna let my hair grow out a little bit
The
more.
video's already
Get my
out.
lineup back into
It's
place.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, the
Vanessa
video's
singing,
gotta be
nigga,
out.
the video's
Oh, the
already
video's
out.
out.
So the nigga see the video, it's a wrap.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
You're like-
so what you should do?
Right, pull the
Yeah,
cap
you
off,
shit out.
like-
I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
name drop right now.
Alright, so wait, you should probably let it grow out, go somewhere else, and kind of like see your options.
Oh, hell
To
yeah.
see is to feel. Maybe he need to see your
Wait that
absence for
shit
a
out.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a barber right across the street.
If you see me,
Go like
yo,
this.
you gonna
And
look
keep
right
walking.
there. Right in the chair, like, yo, bro, I see you across the street.
Right, like, you gotta give him one of those.
Dap him up.
Yo, y'all ain't shit.
But sometimes shit like that happens for a reason. Like things
Oh,
start
no,
to
yeah.
fall apart,
People
so
have
better
to-
things can
to
fall
have
in
it.
place.
Cause that, I bet you he'll be. You don't go to him no more.
Nah.
I bet if you did, he would be on the shit.
Yo, I ain't gonna stunt. Where I go and get my nails done, the lady, the owner of the shop used to do my nails, but she was like cutting too close to my cuticles to the point where it like I lost a piece of meat by my finger. Like cutting way too close to my nails to where it lost a piece of meat by there. So then her daughter-in-law, I mean not her daughter-in-law, her granddaughter-in-law came. She does great nails, great feet.
I'm trying to do the math. Carry the one.
Right, you know, her grandson's wife came in. She do great feet, great nails. So ever since then, I call. You know, I put on a little fake voice when I call in and ask for my girl. And when I don't hear that she's not there, I don't
You
book.
ain't going.
If she's there, I book. So when I book now, when I come in, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me that you was coming in today." I said, "Oh yeah, I booked for 4 o'clock." She said, "Oh, I didn't know that was for you." I said, "Yeah, because I booked for her." When I come in, she has an attitude now. My thing is, I'm booking for who does a good job.
Right.
I'm not booking for just off of, "Oh, I've been coming to you for years."
years.
I'm not going off of that no more. You done fucked me
Yeah.
up. You done lost some meat. Like, I can't do it. Oh no, you butchered me up. Like,
Yeah.
can't be doing that shit. And whether you the owner of the shop or not, I don't give a damn. Like, hell no, you still getting business, right? Because you get a tip. I mean, she get a portion out of whoever, whatever. Like, she's the owner of the shop, so
Right.
you get something out of everybody's cut. You still getting business. That's it. But shit, I can't be going in there getting butchered up.
Oh yeah, y'all
That's it.
good. I won't even. Somebody fuck me up somewhere new or somewhere I've been going. I'm like, fuck y'all. I done cussed some people out at the nail salon. I was like, fuck y'all, my toes fucked up. That bitch rushed me out. Y'all suck.
Can't let me so.
Yeah, she didn't even let me
Oh my
drive.
gosh,
I
why
was
you
like,
do
don't
that?
let me do this. I was like, fuck y'all. I went back, got the shit repaired. I was like, y'all gonna let me fucking drive. And I was like, fuck you guys again. I was like, never going back. Yo, your money, yo, you think about all the shit you go through at your job. We just mentioned it. Like, we
Yeah.
hate our jobs. Like, you know what I mean? To be able to level up is a beautiful thing. But for you to work for your little piece of change,
That little piece of nothing.
and for you to be like, I want to splurge today, and for someone to be like, oh, well, I'm going to do this because this is how I do it, and, you know, fuck your meat, or fuck your dick. Yo, like, fuck y'all. Like, that shit's not cool. Like, no one spends their money to be feeling like shitty. Like, damn, I gotta have a fucked up lineup because you know you want to be rushing and acting like you didn't see my hairline when I first came
We need
in.
before and after pictures. Attach it to the end of the
For
video.
real. I should.
You need a support group.
You'll get that'll be a bomb ass
I
Facebook
really
group.
I know, right?
Okay.
Your mama put your shit back.
Facts,
No, that
nigga.
shit's real.
That's crazy. Hell
On your
no.
meme page.
That shit's real.
Get some lights on.
Yeah, I've been going through it for the past few weeks.
Oh gosh.
Stressed
I'm
out.
gonna pray for you.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
go
work with a
bad.
hat on it.
Nigga, I'm gonna pray
Why
for
you
your
gonna
mom.
go early? Take off the skull.
Nigga hiding from
That'll
his
work.
boss because he got his hat on. That's too funny. I feel like I need some more wine.
You need a refill. So yeah, excuse the solo cups. We are definitely winding it still.
Yes.
For sure. It's just
Yeah.
Well, when I was growing up, I stayed getting an ass whooping. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we had a peach tree. I had to pick a switch.
Oh shit.
I got put. I mean, I don't really want to like get too deep. I mean, extension cords, like anything that was available.
Anything.
I was bad as hell.
But it's like, you
I
know,
was bad as
you're
hell.
not wilding right now. So
Yeah,
like, you're-
no, that's
you're
what I'm
adult.
so
You
like
learn
even
from it.
from my
You learn,
even
right?
like that's what I was gonna say, like my whoopings from my nana gave me, like I would cry, I'd be so hurt, and like she would give me a hug, like and just like console me after. But I don't know, like I used to get my ass handed to me. But I don't know now because I grew up like that. I think I could say right now, advocate. I think that people should beat their kids. I don't think you should abuse your kids. Because it's a very fine line.
Yeah.
But I think you disciplining and hidden and being whatever,
Let
I
'em know
think
what's wrong.
They need
absolutely.
to feel.
But if I were to have kids, I don't know that I would because, you know, and I don't have kids, so I don't know if I'll have kids, and because I don't know if I'll be so angry that I just start beating the shit out of them, and I
It
just start
depends what it
really
is.
beating the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, I really need to stop because I'm really gonna fuck you up, but
Hell yeah,
It's-
knock your ass right the fuck
Yeah.
It's
out.
like, you know, they might try to embarrass you. They might try to try you. Oh, he ain't gonna beat me. I can,
Not
I
in
can get
public.
away with it.
Oh,
And you lay their ass right
Look
out.
for the
You
grandma,
can show them
like,
that
You
you
know the
gonna beat
pinch?
them
You know the
already.
pinch? My name, bro? You pinch your
Right.
ass?
Nah,
And you
they-
smile while you doing that shit.
Yeah.
you better shut up.
Balling.
You better shut up. Yo, my mother, no bullshit. I think I really do this to my kids. Like my mom used to get in my face and get really like in my shit
What you
and just
gonna
like
do?
you little like get in my shit, and that really used to piss me off because it's like she really fucking disrespected me. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes
After
me like,
she was acting the fucked up.
Yeah, I used to like.
No,
You know, it makes me think like, oh yeah, she'll really whip my ass. I'm like, alright, like I'll relax a little bit, like I won't do too much.
I seen memes like that.
Man, I used to get it bad when I was a kid. I had a party mouth. My dad used to. What did? Ain't my
I'm
mom.
not hearing
He used to
that.
double team sometimes.
Oh,
Take
You
time.
get him now. You get him now.
I'm tired.
Tag him in.
Not real.
Nah.
All right.
Yeah, I used to get the wires. There was this this thing. My mom called it the rubber. It was like this little. It was like rubber, like, and you could like twist it around. Yo, get it hit with that. Well,
Boy.
Yeah, my mom used to have this
Yeah,
belt with
don't
like
you-
metal holes in it, and she used to fuck me up with that belt.
Like,
I remember one time my nana put me in the tub.
I ain't.
She beat me with an extension cord. I was talking shit. I was already in the tub. She beat the shit out of me. Yo, I go, no, I'm sorry. I used to run. My nana would have to literally run around the house in order to beat my ass. I would run, jump over the couch, run upstairs, go under the bed, go back downstairs, run to the park.
She fucking you up.
Ah.
I'll run to the park.
Be bringing sweats and shit.
I'll run to the park.
You gotta sleep.
When my mama came home, she fucking me up. My nana's like, no, you need to whoop her ass. So then I'm getting the ass whooping from my mom, and if my aunt comes home before my mom, my aunt's whooping my ass. I used to, yeah, everybody. So, you running away from Nana, bitch? Like, that's what you want to do?
But for me, I'm a twin, right? So we used to get in trouble, but my mother used to, she used to take our heads and clunk our heads. Yeah, like that. But I ain't get too much beatings. I learned quick after that. I was like, I'm good. Jamaican, man, they don't play that
Wait. So if both of y'all was acting up, if both of y'all was cutting up
shit.
together,
Together.
Oh,
She would be
yeah.
like, yo, y'all come here. Y'all come here. And this whole right together. Yo. I was done after that. It happened like 3 times. I was like, I'm good. I ain't getting in trouble no more
what
after
about your
that.
sister?
No
Your
ball
sister
set.
is a twin. Is your other twin?
Yeah.
She would still cut up
Oh,
too, or
ball
no?
Nah, she was good too.
She was
You
like.
didn't get a lot of
It
beatings.
was like a mutual agreement. Like,
Yeah.
you're done, like,
It was the twin Spidey sense was like, nah, we can't fuck with this, like.
But yeah,
No, that's real though. That's dope.
you know.
I just take shit away. Like, I'm not gonna pay your meals today.
And
She
that
be
hurts
fucking
her.
torn,
No,
like,
that hurts her.
she
No,
be
yeah.
torn,
No,
like,
that
That's
hurts.
crazy.
No, it's
Be-
true. That
Learn
bite.
quick
That
though.
bite.
Yeah.
That bite.
Why you say
That bite.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
That's
fine.
actually really
Yeah.
smart parenting.
Yes.
You guys are really dope for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's really
different ways to
dope.
get
Yo,
She
one
just got a
time-
bite.
Investment.
she actually
So,
cried because
yeah.
I said, me and daddy are so disappointed in you. That fucked her all the way up.
Mhm.
Yo,
man.
when
That's
your
dope.
That
child,
was beautiful.
when your
Yeah.
child loves
We
you,
got her. Yeah.
when your child loves you, and
Yeah.
they see how much that you care for them, but how much that you appreciate them, and
That's right.
how you look at the good that they do.
Mm-hmm.
When they see that you're disappointed in them, that shit do tear them up.
No, it does.
Cause even me as an adult, when I see if I disappoint my parents, that shit eats me up. Cause as an adult, it still just makes me feel like, damn, you know, I like to make my parents proud. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can see how a child would feel like, damn, you know, like the one thing they want to do is always make their parents happy. That's the one thing you look for in your parents is to make them happy, because that's the only thing they really can give to their parents right now as a kid is to make you happy. So for your daughter, that's one thing that you, if you take from her, she's gonna always want to give you is to make you happy. So I think that it's the smart thing that you guys are doing is to just teach her the right things, is to just do good and to make you guys proud is that's smart.
Yeah, but she's not a bad kid.
She's a great kid.
Yeah, she's a great kid.
It's just
sometimes,
regular
man,
kid shit.
Yeah, she seems mad bubbly. I be watching the videos.
Yes,
She be
all
tested,
kids
man.
be tested.
You know what I'm saying? But she's a great kid.
I think you actually brought up a good point, because I always say, like, if I have kids, I wouldn't want my partner to, like, if I had a daughter, to hit my daughter, because I grew up in like an abusive household. So it's like watching a man hit a woman. So it's like, I wouldn't want my daughter to think like it's okay that if a guy hits me, you know what I mean? Like to internalize it. So I think that is, you know, because it gets deep, because you know, parents get so caught up in doing shit that you don't think like later, like fuck, like they could possibly think like this is okay.
But you also don't want your kids out here wilding, like I was talking about the high school kids on the bus and the train and you know, fighting.
But that's why I said it starts at home.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about discipline. It's not necessarily hit them, but have strict discipline for the kids.
Yo.
And real quick, just to what you said, like, you know what I'm saying about getting the wrong message. Because, like, for me, I grew up, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to put my parents out there, but my father was abusive towards my mother. You know what I'm saying? And in my brain, like, I thought that, like, I would never do that to my wife or my partner. You understand what I'm saying? So I grew up like that. Like, I saw all that happening. So I was like, yo, I'm never going to subject my wife to that, which is the thing right here. And I was like, yo, I'm never going to put hands on her no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could take it either way. You could follow what your father was doing, or you could go the opposite way. So I chose to go the opposite way.
Yes, and black love. Yes, black.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's beautiful.
it's just, that's what it's about, man. It's just about learning and being disciplined and just getting the wrong message at home. It starts at home, and that's what it's about.
That's amazing.
Right.
No, that's beautiful.
That's
That's very adult. That's adulting at its finest.
Yeah.
If you realize something and you know it's not right,
Right.
and then you take it to the next level to implement it. If you know what you're doing is not right and you still indulge in being your shitty ass self, you are not adulting.
Yeah.
Not
And
at
it's
all.
actually good that you mentioned that, because I didn't mention this earlier when I said my stance on why I wouldn't touch my kids. Also, me and Minnie did a video on this when we were doing one of our shows. Another reason why I said I wouldn't touch my kids is because before I always used to say to myself, how do you differentiate between why it's acceptable to touch your, like to discipline your kids but not discipline your spouse? People never understand the difference between to discipline your kids and discipline your spouse. Pretty much you're teaching your kids to listen to you and obey you, but it's almost the same thing when you trying to tell your spouse, or whether it's a man or a woman, you know what you did I didn't like, or I didn't I didn't agree with. I'm trying to tell you, this is how I'm trying to affectionately tell you that I didn't appreciate that. It's by disciplining you. This is the same thing you're gonna teach your kid, right? You discipline them to tell them that I didn't appreciate what you did. But even though it's a child and you're trying to put a child in a child's place, that's what you do. You discipline them to tell them that I didn't appreciate it. And I was only telling Minnie in a show once that we were talking about Fabulous and his situation with Emily. I was like, I didn't appreciate him and putting his hands on his woman, because to me it just showed that he put his hands on his woman and like he didn't think about his family, and he didn't think about any other way that he could have went about the situation. But it's no difference from how he might have put his hands on his child, because he was just saying like, oh, he's trying to tell her what she did was wrong and he didn't appreciate it. No, there's no difference. How you tell your child something, you can go about it a different way. You can tell your woman, hey, I didn't appreciate this, the same way you can tell your child the same thing.
You're right. That's
You don't
true.
have to. You don't have to discipline them to tell them anything. You can take away certain things, or you can talk to them, or you can go over certain things. It doesn't always have to be physical.
Right.
But not to compare the two. But sometimes I was just trying to get people to see that we think that disciplining our children is to trying to get them to obey us. But people don't see the difference between disciplining a spouse.
Well,
Like
that's
why do we
because-
see the why do we see the difference between the two?
That's because you discipline your spouse behind closed doors.
But that's what I'm saying. Why do we see the difference between
Yeah, they might
disobeying
get
your
choked or
spouse, but
something.
why do you not see the difference between disobeying your children? You trying to get them to listen to you. The same thing as you trying to teach them that what they did was something you did not appreciate.
I think
It's
different.
because we've trained ourselves to think
Yeah.
that it's okay to discipline our children because they're younger.
Younger.
Well, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
People think
But
of
They're younger
children.
and they
and
need
they-
to learn though.
Because people
You understand what I'm
associate
saying?
Yeah,
children
they need to
as
learn, but
parents.
that's what exactly. But
But the
we
spouse-
kind of. I'm not saying that it's acceptable to discipline a spouse at all. But what I'm saying is that sometimes we need to open our minds to think of other ways to train ourselves to discipline children too, because we
And
think
not just,
that
like,
because
physical.
because we
Yeah.
think because children are younger and they cannot fight back. They can't, they can't do something because we're their parents. We think it's like, oh, we disciplining them to do right. But what's the difference between disciplining an adult?
With
Because they
adults
fucking know
or-
right.
Yeah.
They're supposed to
And
know
they fucking know right. And you guys,
They old enough to fucking know right.
and you guys can take it out in the bedroom.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
That
Shit,
too, but they
somebody would get
fucking supposed to know
choked, like
right.
choke me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, excuse
People
me.
might be into that.
Yeah, like somebody
But
would feel
true.
like, you know what, I was acting up, just do it. You
You
know,
so
just-
silly.
Yeah, why not? Some
You're right,
people,
you're
some
right.
adults may like
Some-
that.
Some
I'm saying
With
though,
me,
for
you know what I
real,
mean?
like,
Tie me up.
they
Somebody
know
like
better.
that.
They're
Yeah,
supposed to
they
know
know
better
better.
from that. That's the whole. I feel like that's the point. You know what I'm saying? From
Yeah.
Right.
discipline them or whatever. Take away things, whatever you need to do to discipline your children, so that when they get older, they know right from wrong or whatever. the
True,
case may be.
but then remember, think of it like this, right? You teach your kids they supposed to know better, right from wrong, right? But then think of those kids that grow up remembering right from wrong, but then get an older person who think that as they become an adult, that's still how they're supposed to be treated.
Like an older spouse or whatever.
Yeah,
That's what you're
think of the people who still treat that child as they become an adult like they're supposed to be disciplined like that. They're still supposed to be hit. So as they become an adult, they're still getting hit. Do you
But-
get what I'm saying?
yeah, I
That they
understand.
were younger, they were getting hit. They get older, they still getting hit.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
were
we have
taught
to
that
stop
as
at
they were
age.
young. You get what I'm saying? At a certain age,
That's
but they
true.
were still taught that as a young kid.
Yeah,
They
so
were
their
getting
mind is,
hit,
like,
and then
trained
their
to
mind is
accept that
trained.
as, like,
That all I
discipline.
was trying to get at was that
Mhm.
sometimes we in society get this like, oh, it's acceptable because we are the adult. We train our children to think that they are inferior, so we're supposed to discipline them. But adults, we're not supposed to discipline. Then when they get older, some kids stay in that mindset that they're supposed to be disciplined. They ask get disciplined as an adult too.
Do you guys discipline each other? You guys are married.
Over He's like,
Alright, y'all, so thank you for tuning in for the second wine breaker. So we are going to peace out. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. So if you all are interested, would you mind leaving? We can leave your social medias, or you can say them.
y'all don't know me like that.
Facts.
I'm gonna know my shit right now.
You need to like
The Henny, you heard?
So yeah, we appreciate you, and we are closing out. Have a good night. Thank you.
Like Rick Ross, the real one behind the bars. Who is who? Scooby-Doo. Some y'all rappers are frauds. Pop your corks, it's a celebration. What you poppin' for? Life, of course, dedication. Have a couple, 2 or 4. Fuck who's hating, we gon' make it through the jungle. It's a war. This our memoirs, better take this. We the latest, we the source.